All right. Material processing. Your first activity is measurement practice. It's a worksheet. It's on the back. Okay. Practice 1, practice 2. Now, instead of using a checklist and throwing it away, I'm just going to use a scrap piece of paper and redraw practice 1. I hand drew this worksheet. Okay, this is exactly that, except this has been photocopied multiple times, so you're going to notice the lines no longer go to the edge of the paper. They used to on the original. Okay, so as long as you can measure away from the edge of the paper, you're good. But if you think you might measure away from the start of the line, make sure you draw that to the edge, because you're measuring away from the edge of the paper. We're practicing measuring a piece of wood, and you're going to measure away from the start of the piece of wood. Okay? Now, 3/8, 9 5/8, 10, 10 1/4 is how far our vertical lines need to be from the edge of the paper. Again, this has been photocopied a bunch, so this is no longer really 3/8. It's a good example, but this is no longer 100% accurate. Okay? Now, when I first started doing this, students couldn't, well, some could, but most couldn't read a ruler to 3/8 accurately. I have to keep showing them where it is, where it is. No, this is it, this is it. They keep doing it wrong. I gave up on that. I've marked the rulers now. Don't use the purple marks. Use the black ones. Don't use the arrow. Use the mark that the arrow points to. Okay? Now, make sure the ruler is on the edge of the paper. The first set of marks we're going to make is going to be above this line. Now, if I wasn't looking straight down and I was looking from here, it wouldn't be lined up. You have to look right over it. Making our marks. Make them small and straight with the line. Now, we could use a protractor and draw a line through this mark perpendicular to that line. I don't think we want to use a protractor though. So all we do is make another set of marks. Rulers against the edge, and even. Now in math, you probably have learned that a line is defined by 2 points, right? We have 2 points. We just need to connect them. If we put our pencil on one, hit the ruler against it, and then move the other side so it lines up with the line, but we want to be a little bit underneath it. We check and make sure our pencil lines up, and we draw it across. I have done this over 100 times a year, so I make it look really simple. I know exactly how far that ruler needs to be underneath my mark for it to line up, okay? But I still check and then draw it across. Don't do this. Don't line it up and guess and draw it across, because look, I didn't go through my mark. I was a little bit too low. And I would have noticed that if I would have done this. Oh, now I'm lined up. Okay? Now, check it. It's good. Okay? Now we go back and put our horizontal marks.